You weren't born in a hospital. You were born in the dirt. Medellin, Colombia. Comuna 13. Houses made of hollow red bricks and scrap metal, clinging to the steep mountainside like a disease. No running water. Open sewers. The air smells of burning garbage and cheap frying oil. You are 10 years old. Your mother cleans houses for rich people down in the valley. Your father is a ghost. You don't know his name. You have 5 brothers and sisters. You sleep on a single mattress on a dirt floor. Every day, you look down at the city below. The tall glass buildings, the shiny cars. You are invisible to them. You are just another starving kid on the mountain. But the mountain is watching. The mountain is learning. And the mountain is angry. A white Toyota Land Cruiser drives up the dirt road. This never happens. The police don't even come up here. A man steps out. Silk shirt, heavy gold chain resting on his chest. He doesn't look like the people on the mountain. He looks like power. He gathers the boys from the street. He needs lookouts, campaneros, the bell ringers. Your job is simple. Sit on the corner. Watch for the police. Watch for strangers. If you see something, you run to the payphone. He hands you a crisp $50 bill. US dollars. You stare at it. Your mother works an entire month for this paper. You made it in 1 second by saying yes. You buy your family meat for the first time in a year. You stop looking down at the city. You start looking at the men in the white Toyotas. You want to be them. You are 15. You are no longer a lookout. You are a collector. You ride on the back of a cheap motorcycle. You collect protection money from the local shops. One day, a butcher refuses to pay. He laughs at you. He calls you a street rat. You don't argue. You pull a cheap, heavy revolver from your waistband. You don't think. You don't blink. You pull the trigger. The sound is deafening in the small shop. The butcher falls. Blood pools on the white tiles. You feel a rush of adrenaline. Your hands are shaking, but your heart is cold. You walk out. You get on the bike. You go to the local church. You kneel before the statue of the Virgin Mary. You light a candle. You cross yourself and ask for her blessing. In Medellin, bullets and prayers go hand in hand. You are summoned to a massive ranch outside the city. Hacienda Nápoles. Hippos bathing in the lakes. Exotic birds. Small airplanes taking off. You are taken to the boss. The Patron. He looks like an ordinary man, a farmer with a mustache. But when he looks at you, the air turns freezing cold. I hear you have no fear, muchacho, he says. He hands you a weapon, a MAC-10 submachine gun. You are no longer a collector, he says. You are my Sicario. You are an assassin. He gives you the ultimate tool of your trade, a Yamaha DT 125 motorcycle. Fast, agile, perfect for the narrow streets of Medellin. You are given your first real target, a judge who refused a bribe. Plomo o Plata, lead or silver. The judge chose lead. Tuesday morning, rush hour. You are the pillion passenger, the parillero. Your partner is driving the Yamaha. You weave through the heavy traffic. You spot the judge's armored BMW waiting at a red light. Your partner pulls up right next to the passenger window. You tap the glass with the barrel of the MAC-10. The judge looks at you, his eyes wide with terror. He knows. You squeeze the trigger. 30 rounds in 3 seconds. The glass shatters. The metal tears. You don't check the pulse. You know he is dead. Your partner hits the gas. You disappear into the labyrinth of the city. That night, you are handed a stack of cash wrapped in rubber bands. $10,000. You buy a house for your mother. You buy a gold crucifix for your neck. You are 18. You are a king. The cartel is at its peak. 80% of the world's cocaine flows through your boss. Millions of dollars a day. There is so much cash, it rots in the ground. It is eaten by rats. You are living the dream. You go to the hottest clubs in Medellin. You drink expensive whiskey. Beautiful women surround you. But you sleep with the Mac 10 under your pillow. You trust no one. The other Sicarios are your brothers, but they are also killers. In this life, your best friend will put a bullet in your head if the patron orders it. Loyalty is not about love. Loyalty is about fear. The government fights back. They pass the extradition law. They want to send the patron to a prison in the United States. For the cartel, an American prison is worse than death. Better a grave in Colombia than a cell in the US. The patron declares total war on the state. You are no longer just an assassin. You are a soldier in a guerrilla army. The targets change. No longer just judges or rivals. Now, it is everyone. You place a bomb outside a newspaper building. You blow up a commercial airplane in midair. Avianca Flight 203. 107 innocent people fall from the sky. You watch it on the news. You feel absolutely nothing. Your soul died a long time ago. The Patron puts a bounty on the police. $2,000 for every dead cop in Medellin. The city turns into a slaughterhouse. You hunt them in the streets. You shoot them in their patrol cars. You shoot them while they eat lunch. Blood flows down the steep hills of the comunas. You are at war with the world. The government is exhausted. The country is bleeding to death. They make a deal with the patron. He will surrender, but on his own terms. He builds his own prison. La Catedral, the cathedral, high in the mountains overlooking the city. You go inside with him. You're supposed to be an inmate, but there are no locks on the doors. There is a soccer field, a bar, a jacuzzi. Trucks bring in whiskey, caviar, and women every weekend. The police are not allowed within miles of the gates. You are running the international cocaine empire from inside a government-sanctioned resort. You laugh at the system. You think you have won. You are completely wrong. The government decides to move the patron to a real prison. He refuses. You and the boss walk right out the back gate into the jungle. The run begins. The Colombian military, the CIA, the DEA, Delta Force. They are all hunting you. But the most dangerous enemy is not wearing a uniform. Los Pepes, people persecuted by Pablo Escobar. A death squad made of rival cartels, right-wing paramilitaries, and police. They don't want to arrest you. They want to exterminate you. They don't play by the rules. They burn your mother's house down. They kidnap your brother. They torture him with power drills. They leave his body hanging from a bridge. The message is clear. There is nowhere to hide. Welcome to hell. You are moving from safe house to safe house every 2 days. You haven't seen the sun in weeks. The millions of dollars are useless. You can't even buy a hot meal. You eat cold canned beans in the dark. You are terrified to use the radio. The Americans are listening to every frequency. The mighty cartel has been reduced to a handful of dirty, exhausted men. You look at the remaining Sicarios. You know one of them is going to betray the boss for the reward money. You look at your MAC-10. You have only 2 magazines left. Paranoia eats your brain. Every shadow is a DEA agent. Every sound is a helicopter. You remember the boy you used to be in the comunas. You wonder if he would be proud of the monster you became. December 2nd. You are hiding in a small brick house in a middle-class neighborhood. Suddenly, the roar of diesel engines. Doors are kicked in. Gunfire erupts. Deafening. Blinding. You run for the roof. You hear boots on the clay tiles. You see the patron running ahead of you, barefoot. A sniper bullet hits him in the leg. Another hits him in the back. He falls. The king of cocaine is bleeding out on a dirty roof in Medellin. You don't stay to fight. You jump down to the next roof. You run. You don't stop running. You are deep in the Amazon jungle, working for a low-level paramilitary group. No gold chains, no motorcycles, no millions. You sleep in the mud. You are covered in mosquito bites. You have malaria. You are 26 years old, but your body is broken. You have killed over 50 men. And for what? The cartel is dead. Your family is dead. Your boss is dead. You hear the sound of a machete cutting through the brush. You grab your rusty rifle. Your hands are shaking, just like they did the very first time. Reality check. You killed dozens of people for a man who didn't even know your last name. You thought the money would buy you respect. It only bought you enemies. The gold chains were melted down. The motorcycles were impounded. The houses were seized by the government. You died in the jungle, buried in an unmarked grave. Myth versus reality. Myth. Sicarios live glamorous lives full of action and money. Reality. The money lasts a few years. The paranoia lasts forever. Myth. There is brotherhood and loyalty in the cartel. Reality. Your closest friend will sell you to the DEA to save his own life. Myth. You die in a blaze of glory fighting the police. Reality. You die shivering from a fever in the mud, completely alone. You wanted to be a king of the streets. You became just another ghost on the mountain. Next episode, The Tunnel Rat, Vietnam, 1968. Suffocating darkness. Booby traps. A war fought entirely underground. Or The Inquisitor. Spain, 1490. Faith written in fire. Torture in the name of God. History is brutal. We tell it without filters. Subscribe. Your nightmare is just beginning.